Welcome to lesson 1 of level 1, the groundbreaker. This lesson is your first day, what to expect and how to prepare. Think of this as your survival blueprint for stepping into the classroom for the very first time. The first day of teaching is more than just an interaction. It's the moment that sets the tone for your students, for yourself, and for the year ahead. In this lesson, we will decode three essentials. First, what challenges you can expect. Second, how to prepare your mindset and tools. And third, how to transform nervousness into confident presence. By the end of today's session, you won't just know what to expect, you will know how to walk in ready, composed, and impactful. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Today we are focusing on one of the most underestimated moments in teaching, your very first 90 minutes in the school. Research and experience both confirm students don't just remember what you taught on day 1, they remember how you made them feel. The way you walk into the room, the way you greet them, the way you create safety and belonging. That's what shapes their emotional memory of you, not just for the day, but for the entire year. So here's the ground rule. Day 1 isn't about delivering perfect content, it's about creating emotional impact. It's about building trust, setting tone, and sparking curiosity. Because long after your first lesson plan is forgotten, the memory of how you made students feel will continue to shape their willingness to learn from you. Before we dive deeper, let's anchor today's journey with our objectives and outcomes. Our objectives are threefold. First, to help you activate inner calm and classroom confidence as a first year teacher. Not only a first year teacher, but a teacher who has switched her job, a teacher who has joined school after a break. It's for everyone. Second, to decode the invisible social emotional cues that are always present in school culture but rarely spoken about. And third, to establish emotional authority, not control, because real influence comes from presence, not pressure. By the end of this lesson, here's what you will be able to do. 1. Design a simple but powerful entry ritual that leaves a lasting emotional imprint on your students. 2. Respond gracefully when reality collides with your perfect plans, and it often will. And 3. Build rapid rapport with your class without the need of overperform or exhaust yourself. These are not just check boxes, they are the survival skills, your foundation for confidence, connection, and credibility from day 1. Before you even say a single word, your classroom is already reading you. This is what I call the unseen curriculum of the day 1. Students are not just absorbing or observing, they are actually decoding. They notice your shoes, they measure your eye contact, they sense the pace of your breathing. Every detail becomes data for them to decide, can I trust this teacher? Do I respect this teacher? Do I feel safe here? But while they are reading you, you also need to be reading them. That's very important. Pay attention to the emotional temperature of the room. Are they restless, excited, nervous, disengaged? Notice the micro signals: folded arms, eager eyes, whispered comments. These cues tell you the true state of your classroom far more than the words ever will. Remember this. Day one is not a performance, it's a dialogue of presence. Before your lesson plan begins, your silence and energy are already teaching. Confidence is not something you keep inside, it's a transferable emotion. The students in front of you will catch your energy faster than they will catch your words. That's why your aim is not perfection. Forget about flawless delivery. Aim for contagious presence. Here are some examples of transferable energy. Bring calm amid chaos means when the room feels unsettled, your composure becomes the anchor. Choose curiosity over command. Invite students to explore with you instead of just obeying you. And embody wonder over worry. Let your sense of discovery outshine any nervousness. Teaching is not about pretending to glow, it's about allowing your authentic light to shine. Because if you glow, they grow. And that's the real secret of presence in the classroom. Most new teachers spend hours worrying about what to pack in their bags: markers, notebooks, lesson plans. But the truth is, what you carry emotionally is far more important than what you carry physically. Here's your beyond the bag checklist. Carry one story that changed your life, because stories connect faster than facts. Carry a micro mantra, just a few words you can whisper to yourself when panic or self doubt strikes. Carry one object of grounding, any small token, a pen, or even a stone that reminds you, I am safe, I am ready. And finally, carry a playlist cue, a song that sets your rhythm before class begins. Energy is rhythm, and rhythm is confidence. These emotional tools may not be visible, but they are powerful. They turn a nervous teacher into a present teacher. Remember, students don't just learn from your words, they learn from the energy you carry into the room. Most first year teachers over prepare their physical bag: lesson plans, marker, attendance registers. But here's the truth: the invisible emotional bag you carry matters far more. One of the most powerful ways to begin your day is with a short ritual, just 10 minutes, that set the tone for the entire year. Think of it as emotional anchoring, simple, intentional, and deeply memorable. Here is your minute by minute plan. Minute 1, 2, 3. Begin with guided grounding breaths. Your breathing is everything. Mirror the nervousness in the room with calm presence. When you breathe slowly, your students unconsciously follow. Minutes 4 to 6. Share a story. For example, why I almost didn't become a teacher. What side of yours is building connection with students is important, and stories create trust faster than rules. Minute 7 to 10. Invite your students to draw or write what they hope school feels like this year. Not grades, not subjects, just feelings. Safe, exciting, supportive, joyful. In just 10 minutes, you have shifted the entire class from anxiety to alignment. You have anchored both yourself and your students into an emotional rhythm of trust. No matter how perfectly you plan your first day and every day after, will test you with surprises. Technology fails, students resist, time runs out. But here's the secret, it's not about avoiding breakdowns, it's about redirecting them. Use the simple ritual: pause, name, frame. Pause, stop to rush, breathe, name, acknowledge what's happening. Looks like our projector isn't working today. I can see we are feeling restless right now. Name it. Then frame. Recast the moment as growth. This is a chance to practice flexibility, or let's try different way together. Let's try different way together. That's the point. When you do this, you turn disruption into culture. Instead of embarrassment or panic, you model resilience. In doing so, you teach your students something more powerful than content. You teach them how to handle life when plans fall apart. Remember this: a confident teacher is not the one who avoid mistakes, but the one who transforms mistakes into moments of learning. On your first day, resist the temptation to dive straight into schedules, rules, or subject matter. Students don't remember timetables, they remember how you made them feel. That's why the best teachers start with soul, not the schedule. Here are three micro rituals you can use to build instant trust. The heart line exercise. Number one, yes, the heart line exercise. Ask each child to place a color sticker to show how they feel as they enter. This turns emotion into a visible check in. The whisper wall. Invite students to write one hope anonymously for the year. This gives even the quietest voice a safe place to be heard. Number three, the silent greet, and it is known to be a miracle greet, and it has been observed many a times. Simply acknowledge each student with eye contact and hand gesture. No words needed. These micro actions tell your class, I see you, I value you, and you belong here. Small rituals like these anchor relationships. Remember, trust is the foundation, content comes after. Let's ground this lesson with a real story. Meera, a nervous first year teacher who walked into a rural school where she barely spoke the regional dialect. On her very first day and her previous impression from her last job, she could have let fear silence her. Instead, she chose a different path. Her day one was very powerful in its simplicity. Meera shared a personal story about her childhood, that how one fear shut her up. With humility, she told her students how she once feared speaking in front of others. Then she invited them to share their own fears, not verbally, but on slips of paper. The outcome: students who barely spoken to teachers before suddenly started initiating morning conversations. Mira's story became her strength, and it transformed the classroom culture in just one day. The lesson is clear. Connection is built not through perfection, but through courage, honesty, and humanity. This is the end of lesson 1 with a reflective prompt now, because teaching is not just about preparing your content, it's about preparing your energy. The challenge for you is simple but profound. Design your day one energy, not just the lesson. Here are 3 journal questions to guide you. First one: what fear can I reframe into connection? That's the story. Second, what ritual can make this room feel like home for my students? Number 3, what would I want a student to say about me 10 years from now? Take a few quiet minutes to write your answers. These reflections will become your personal compass, helping you step into the classroom not just as a teacher, but as a guide, as a role model, and a presence that your students will remember forever. Here's your key takeaway. Day 1 isn't about perfect teaching, it's about powerful presence. It's about creating emotional memory, building trust, setting the tone for a year of learning. Remember, confidence is transferable, connection is stronger than control, and small rituals can leave biggest impacts. Carry this forward as you step into your classroom, because your presence on day 1 can light a spark that students will remember for years. In our next lesson, we will explore the first 5 minutes, how to set the tone of your classroom. Get ready to discover strategies that will make your openings unforgettable. Let's wrap up the lesson 1 with your challenge of the week. Yes, and here is your action. On your first day, prepare a personal failure story, something real, something human, then invite your students to draw and write their own. Outcome: you will create a classroom that isn't built on perfection but on possibility. When students see that mistakes are allowed, they also see that growth is possible. Remember, your courage to be authentic gives your students the courage to be themselves. That's the foundation of confidence thriving classrooms. Congratulations, you have completed episode number 1 of Teach Smart Level 1, the groundbreaker. You now know how to prepare, anchor, and set the emotional tone for your very first day. But this is only the beginning. In our next episode, we will go deeper into the most important skills that every teacher must master. We will explore 3 essentials: emotional entry points that open hearts, trust building techniques that last beyond the first day, and safe dialogues that make students feel seen and valued. Because confident teaching doesn't start with a lesson, it starts with a relationship you see in the episode 2. Every step in Teach Smart comes with an action, reflection, and recognition. And now it's your turn to unlock your first badge. This week, earn the ritualistic badge by submitting your day 1 emotional blueprint on the portal. Along with that, you will get access to downloadable tool, the first day emotional tool kit template. This isn't just a certificate, it's proof that you have taken the time to design your presence, your energy, and your impact for day 1. Badges in this course aren't symbolic, they are the milestones of your growth as a confident teacher. So take this challenge seriously and wear your badge with pride. Day 1 is not just a launch pad, it's doorway into memory. On the first day, you are not just teaching students, you are teaching their nervous systems how to feel safe in learning. So before curriculum, there must be connection. It begins with the very first hello. Let's set a reminder also who we are. Why Teach Smart? Nexa International is not just an innovation company, it's a movement built on teacher wellness, classroom transformation, and emotional intelligence. Our mission is simple to empower educators across the globe with solutions that actually work, solutions that restore confidence, build connection, and honor the emotional labor of teacher. Our signature programs include Teach Smart, Seal for Educators, 100-hour school transformation program, Edunexa learning hubs, and so on. So we have a galaxy of 2000 plus product lines that are dedicated for the school growth and development, including all the principals, teachers, parents, and students. And here's your invitation: be the part of Edunexa teaching community. It's free, it's supportive, it's where you can share, learn, heal, and grow with educators who believe in teaching with heart. Because when we support teachers, we can change education. And when we change education, we change lives. Let's take a quick look for lesson 1. So far, now you have gained a new lens to interpret day 1 beyond the rules and registers, emotional and physical tools to begin with presence, rituals that humanize your first impression, and awareness that connection is the curriculum. If you consider that you are prepared enough for your day 1, you can take a look for assessment in order to test your insight. It has got 5 questions. While answering these 5 questions, you will be connecting back to with your lesson with great vigor, great energy, no nervousness, only confidence that is transferable. I hope you have enjoyed your lesson 1 for level 1, the groundbreaker. And if you have enjoyed, you loved learning, just leave a comment, and you can connect us any moment while scanning our contact details. We have given you website, email, phone number, so you can connect with us. So let's create a world where teachers are no more burnout. Have a wonderful journey ahead with Teach Smart. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.